if Hatun does what she does, she answers to the Lord, not to me.
Yeah, but
I do what I do, and it's on to.
But I don't know if you notice there's one kind of problem with DCCI, and that I haven't heard anyone. Actually, I should have asked one of these DCCI guys about it. Is what's the deal with Daniel and Godwin? 'Cause it's almost like maybe they're slightly offended by what she did. Because for some reason, then I remember Daniel they used to be here every week.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I've noticed ever since that. Because I saw Daniel Godwin here in the summer, and then now ever since what happened with Hatun. But what I see with that is that it's actually a big problem, because if your own people somehow run away from you, then you ain't really got much chance of getting anyone else, is it? How do you persuade someone external if your own people run away from you?
Yeah, I don't know really how that organization works, or how they function.
All right, yeah.
To see if they just come together to do this, or if they're actually, like for Christians often you say there's a fellowship. From the fellowship, you start to reach out.
But it has to be like that, because when you read the Apostle Paul, every time you read, he's always talking about this person and that person who's helped him out, and you could tell that he deals with them in different places. Like they'll go traveling with him, so you can tell that they're friends, isn't it?
Well, that's the basis of the Christian fellowship.
Yeah.
And I think because for the basic Christian fellowship, you love one another. That's very important. And from that, you can also include others. So
yeah, that's the whole point.
If I end up hating my brothers, how can I hate people I don't even know? But
and it's all. I think kind of the problem is that the thing that seems to be missing from Hatun is that she doesn't seem to have a mentor, because even Jay sort of disagrees with the methods she uses. And I don't know if you heard, they had a live stream where Jay tried to persuade her that that Muhammad didn't exist. So Jay's he's trying his best to, like, the nice way to persuade her that maybe the way she's doing it is not as effective as it could be. But from what I see is she just seems to be just ignoring those parts that sort of like advice, and feels that her way of doing things is and this is a problem, because she's getting the views and the hits. I feel that this is a problem a lot of church leaders have as well, is that once actually a lot of groups, even like Nation of Islam, they seem to think that if a lot of people listen to you, that means what you're saying must be true. They actually use the numbers that listen to you as a basis to give them the encouragement to carry on the way they do things. And
you do it unto the Lord. If nobody listens to you, it's up to Him.
Yeah,
but I mean, we shouldn't think about who's listening to me or who cares, because it's unto the Lord. So if I have a conversation here with one person who I'm helping on somehow, this is it. And often you'll never know if somebody takes it on board or not.
Yeah, I know, but that's always
I found the Lord. Somebody talked to me during the party about the gospel. He thought I was absolutely not interested. Actually, we had an argument. I said, "You're an idiot."
It's true.
He didn't think anything went in, but actually, my heart changed right there and then. Just he didn't see it. Nobody saw it. Everybody was like, "Why are you guys talking about religion the whole time?" It's so weird. But something changed in me. You don't see it, you see. So in that sense, unto the Lord.
And the thing is that I was actually trying to explain that because there's some people that I know who I can tell they get a bit disheartened when they go out do some preaching or get evangelized, and not many people like stop, and they I can tell that there's certain people like in the church who are discouraged by that, and that actually puts them off, because it's like they expect to go out there, preach once, and suddenly get 3,000 people.
Like George Whitefield.
Yeah.
They flock towards him.
That's right.
Yeah.
And when that doesn't happen, because they expect the Holy Spirit to just draw everyone to them, and then when it doesn't happen, they get a bit upset. But it's just, I remember when, in Acts, the time when Paul was in that town, and he was about to leave, wasn't he? And the Holy Spirit had to stop him and say, no, there's a lot of people here. So basically, Paul, according to his what he was seeing and hearing with his flesh, basically, he looked, the place looked like he was dead, and he was about to get out of there. Yeah. And then God had to stop him and say, no, I've got people here, so just stay here. And I think he stayed there 2 years, didn't he? Apparently.
If it was Ephesus, he stayed a long time.
Yeah. So he was ready to dust out, because it didn't seem like things were good, and he was just told to stop. So I kind of take that as encouragement that, if you at least get to talk to someone, if they don't seem to be listening, the fact you get to talk to them is like a good thing. So yeah.
I'm a little bit involved with a day centre for the homeless.
All right.
And the manager sort of said one time, he sort of explained, he said, the real poverty here is not about money or about food.
Yeah.
It's about social poverty. People have nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
You
That's
see,
true.
Often if you like you lose your job or your flat or everything goes wrong, if you have friends, they'll put you up for a bit until you get a grip.
Well, if they're real friends, sometimes you get like these social media friends who run away.
Or if you have family, it's social connections that help you through difficult times.
That's true. Yeah.
If you have no friends, and there could be all sorts of reasons for that.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the people around you, then it becomes a real crisis.
Yeah.
So he said it's really important to talk to people, just to connect. And I think that probably is also part of, it's like religion is a refuge for people. But if you talk to them anyway.
Well, it's supposed to be, that's the thing. Yeah.
So it's just talking to people like we do here.
Yeah.
It's already something.
And I remember there's this one guy who used to come to Speaker's Corner, but it's a bit of a shame I haven't seen him of late. But there's one thing I used to like about him. Sometimes you have the crowd of people talking, and occasionally you see that stragglers that would be against the fence. And he used to be good at finding them and talking to them. And I noticed that he...
Quickly right.
Yeah.
That's why I think, in a way, a little bit I do. I don't go on a box and speak, but around there's people who are really interested.
Yeah.
That's why I'm looking for it.
But I have to admit, I'm not so good at that, because too much I look for like people I know.
Yeah.
But then a lot of times I come here and they're just not around. So I keep thinking that I have to try and maybe take the place of that guy who used to look for the stragglers and try and find them myself.
So we're all different, isn't it? See what you can do.
Yeah.
We all got part to play sometimes.
All right.
Dark already. What time is it?
I think it's probably...
It's not that late yet.
No.
Anyway, I'll hang around. I'll walk around a bit.
I'll
to catch up.
Yeah.
I'll see you next week.
Yeah. What? Well, you're gonna go at 5, is it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But when it gets dark, I think it can get a bit silly sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes the more loudmouth ones are the ones that stay, and then the quiet ones are gone. That does happen sometimes.
And you can't see actually. Vision is important as well.
Yeah,
so
true.
Talking to someone in the dark is a bit different than broad daylight. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Israelites will return to take down Islam.